Hey everyone, this is Greg from SystemFlow, and I'm here to bring you SystemFlow for Figma. Now, for the first time, we are also making a free version of our framework with all of the components for Figma community. So you can now explore, if you haven't been using SystemFlow just yet, you can find it on Figma community, like, comment, and download the project to explore all of the components that we've made. Also, SystemFlow is probably the first framework for Figma that implements all of the changes that Figma introduced on config. So we have great components, variants, and all the good stuff that I want to show you. Let's just jump right in. What we have here in Pages is design section with all of the design tokens, such as typography. We have headings and body text and lists and all of the colors. So all of the tokens are here, and obviously those are also mapped into our framework so that once you change one color, then you will automatically have it change across all of the designs that you create. Then we have components, and those are little atoms that you'll use to create bigger components and sections, such as buttons, links, drop-downs, nav menus, text areas, and stuff like that. And then finally, we have sections. Sections are ready-made nav bars and footers and hero sections and feature grids, CTAs, and pricing tables that you can use to build layouts and iterate with those prototypes. We've also created this example page that will let you experiment and maybe see how you can easily build with sections. If you want to add some sections to the design, you go to Asset and just scroll through the sections, or maybe search for a navbar that I want to add here. And now you can easily reposition elements within the layout because we use auto layout features. So moving sections around and even elements inside of the sections. So let's say I want to position this image to the left, and maybe I want to take the button and put it to the right. It's so easy, and it will always respect the spacing and padding. The same happens if I try to add some text. As you'll see, the layout won't break because I have this made with auto layout. Also, the sections are responsive by default. So if you want to change and preview these sections on tablet or maybe wider device, wider screen, you can do it. And that's the way you can really save time on building responsive versions as well. Also, all of the sections that we've built, they have their mobile breakpoint that you can switch between. And if you duplicate this layout and then change all of the properties so that you have those mobile breakpoints for sections, there you go. You have ready-made mobile design, mobile view of the prototype, and also let's see this mobile breakpoint for the menu. If I switch to desktop, it breaks, but obviously I can go to mobile, and now it has this little hamburger menu. So this is how it works in terms of responsive design and auto layout. And also, we are utilizing all of the new features that Figma implemented and introduced on config, such as properties. You have variants for the components such as buttons. So what we can do is change the button size from medium to small, or button type from primary to, let's say, outline. But also we can add a icon to the left or maybe to the right. And we can change those icons. We can search for all of the material icons that are now included in SystemFlow. So let's have an icon here. Also, you can change the label text to, let's say, favorite, just like this with property. And for the icons themselves, we also have different styles for the icons. So if you select the icon, you can change the style from outlined to, let's say, filled, and it's just with the click of a button. In SystemFlow, you can also make global changes to, let's say, colors or typography easily. So let's start from the colors. And here I have color styles. And if I go to primary color and primary 60, this is the main color of the system. Let me edit from blue to maybe pinkish. And now you can see that all of the elements, including SystemFlow logo and buttons and those icons, also entire sections, they change so that they are using a pink instead of blue. The same happens for fonts. If you have a plugin called Batch Styler, you can easily batch edit all of the fonts. Let's say I want to select all of the heading styles and then change from Inter to Sora and apply. Let's go with medium, or yeah, let's go with medium. Now update styles, and styles are being updated. And as you can see, all of the elements are now changed to Sora. The same can be done to all of the body text at once with batch styler. So it's really super easy to make global adjustments as well. And finally, the great feature of this framework is that it's fully mapped to Webflow. So if you select any of the components in here, so let's select this one and check the name of the components, then in Webflow, you just press Command E in our master file and then paste the component as is. So this is a ready-made working component that you can publish as a website, and it's one-to-one version of that what we've created in Figma. As I mentioned, we also have a free version for Figma community, free version that includes all of the components from our framework. So we basically put all of the components for free for you to use and explore. You can just select the appropriate page and then you can see how it's made. You can also experiment with different variants and also with properties that we've made and applied to the components. You can preview the auto layout and obviously build some layouts from those components. What we skipped for the paid version only are ready-made sections. You only have a few sections to experiment with. So for example, hero sections, you can use them. You can preview the desktop and mobile layout as well as built with these sections, but all of the other sections, like hundreds of sections that we pre-built, are available only in the paid version. So I also hope that you will check that one too. And for the free version, I really encourage you to also favorite it and maybe add a comment or recommend to your friend. Will be really grateful for that. And that's basically it for the SystemFlow for Figma. I hope that you will like what we've created. And if you want to explore even more, we have some resources here, including whole SystemFlow University with hours of video content created so that you can easily start your journey with Figma and Webflow design systems. Thanks a lot and see you on systemflow.co.